Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport County. Today we're on the profile of Ashley Conway, a name from the past. Some of you wanted to see some of the other regens at the club. Even though he isn't actually at the club at the moment, he is on loan at Farsley Celtic in the National League North. But he's doing a pretty good job down there. 4 goals, 6 assists so far this season. At one point, he hadn't scored any goals, but now he's really starting to hit a few goals for them. Hopefully, in fact, we can take a look at this ourselves. He's playing in a sensible position. Okay, weirdly, they've played him as a striker 3 times, which is kind of odd. And in the centre of midfield a couple of times too. It's annoying that we can't see how he actually performed in terms of goals and stuff when he played in those positions, but it's interesting to see that he actually played well when he was a striker. That concerns me with his 8 finishing, but fair play to the guy, I suppose. His passing is what really lets him down from being an excellent playmaker. He's got great vision, like he can see the pass, but he's got like square feet, so he can't actually deliver the pass. Now you might notice I'm in slightly more attire than usual. The heating has broken and I can't get in touch with a plumber at the moment, so I'm having to wrap up warm because it is, I believe the meteorological term is freezing in here. So yeah, double layers it is. Reports in the local press have said Jason Banton is stealing the biscuits from the training ground in an attempt to force a move from the club. Well, he's already got his loan move, but that would explain why our finances have been a little bit skew-iff lately. I presume it's because the digestive budget has been well over budget. Shay Tilt has had to move into a caravan in his garden as his house is subsiding. But on the plus side, he can now rename his house Shay Tilt. It works. Or he could move into an apartment in Tilted Towers. I'm sorry. Right, someone also wanted me to show them the club info page to see if there was any new club legends or stuff like that. So we're going to try and do that now. So just looking through it, no new icons or legends at the moment. You got your usual, your Danny Bagara, Dave Jones, Jim Gannon, who you'd expect to be out there. Alan Lord, nice to see him on the icons one. Favourite personnel though, Ashley Palmer, Darren Stevenson, and yours truly. So that's nice to see those 3 wonderful characters up there on the list. That's pretty cool. It's just nice to see Ash Palmer still being reminded of that. However, I have been forced by him to let him go. He hasn't actually left the club, but he's basically said he wants to leave, and there's nothing I can really do about it, which is a shame because he's been an absolute hero for the first 2 seasons, but he hasn't got in the team this year. Unlike Dazza Stevenson, who just seems to... I don't know, where is this guy going to find his ceiling is my question. Right, we've had 1 game off camera, which was against Chesterfield, and we've got a couple of big ones today. So we'll get into those now. And would you bloody believe it? We went out and got a victory. Oh my god, it felt so good to get this win. Regan Booty gave us the lead with a free kick. We scored one ourselves direct, of course, which was very nice. Jaden Thompson-Brissett pounced on a defensive mistake to make it 2-0 before Paris Magoma added a goal late in the game to make it 3-0. A 3-0 win over mid-table Chesterfield, but they're one of the favourites for the league this year. So I think this was an incredibly solid performance. Shay Till and Shadipo, having them both back in the team, despite the fact that neither of them even played that well. Booty was superb. Aaron Lewis was superb. The defenders were absolutely phenomenal, as is often the case, but we really do seem to have found something again. And amazingly, this win, despite our dreadful run, actually sent us back to the top of the league. Due to the fact that I believe Colchester lost on the same day that we won that game, and also Shrewsbury must have lost that game that they had against us while we were playing in the Cup. So we are now back to the top of League 2 on goal difference, but it is very tight now. You can see it. We're only technically 6 points away from falling out of the playoff spots from the top of the league, whereas at one point we were 11 points clear of 4th. So things have certainly taken a turn in that sense, but hopefully we can get back on it now and power through the rest of the season and really say, you know what, we're going to be League 1 next year. I want to go out there and win the title now. Also, you might notice Bruno Bridges' best average rating now in the entire division, a 7.38. I think there's a real chance that if he carries on like this, could win Player of the Season at 19, and that would be absolutely phenomenal, and it would give him one hell of a boost. In fact, just looking at him now, I don't believe he had this last time. Just looking at his stats, like 15 leadership, those physicals are still continuing to improve, 14 stamina, 15 balance. He is really starting to look good. If he could just up that dribbling a little bit, and he's off the ball, and I mean, there's quite a few things really, but he seems to be playing well still, so I can't really knock the guy. He's putting in one hell of a performance this year. He's definitely the best choice right back now, above Kakai and above Elliot Kebby, and he's showing no signs of slowing down at the moment, so long may it continue, I say. This season, no goals, but 2 assists, and I'll tell you what, at one point I was looking at his cross completion ratio. It was like 31% completed crosses, which is astonishingly good, and it really has improved from last season. Also made another signing. This is Ian Murphy. He's a Northern Irish goalkeeper. I wanted a sort of another backup really with a bit of potential that could sort of play behind Louis Molden in the meantime, and he's a regen. And he's Northern Irish, and I thought that'd be kind of cool. We signed him from Coleraine. He cost us £10,000. He's only on a really cheap contract, so I'm pretty pleased with this guy. I think there's a lot more to come from him with the high potential. he should be a very, very solid understudy to Louis Molden, and hopefully he'll get some game time maybe. But I'm really pleased with Molden at the moment. Hinchcliffe falls down the order a little bit, and he probably will leave at the end of the season. It's a shame, but Molden has been phenomenal. Some of the saves he's made this year have been superb. But I'm very much encouraged by what I saw against Chesterfield. Yeah, sure, they're down in 12th, but they're not that bad of a side, and we beat them 3-0. So, obviously, Christian Belic can't start. We will flip around the team a little bit, try and freshen things up. Just a little tiny touch. Booty, Magoma, not putting Anthony up top. Unfortunately, with the whole situation... Oh, my God, is JTB not available? No, he's there. Sorry, that's my own brain doing stupid things there. Tilt, Shadipo, Thompson Brissett, Moody Moo, Magoma, Booty, John Gray in the middle, of course. Bruno Bridges at right back. We're struggling a bit for fitness here. Hopefully we get a bit of a break soon. Lewis and then Molden. We have had the Christmas period, which we're now getting out of, so this should be okay. So on the bench, Murphy, Feeney, Okoro Ford, Kake, Payne and Anthony. Someone pointed out we had the wonderful Booty Payne partnership in the midfield in a recent episode, so that's good. We'll call it the Hemorrhoids midfield. Okay, I think it's a very similar system to what they played last time. We're just going to go out there and do our best. We're 19th in the form standings. Good God, we've got to get back on top there. Imagine how far clear we could be in this league if we hadn't had that bad spell. That being said, the bad spell might not even be over yet. We've had one win. Okay, let's go. Missing Kane Hemmings again, still not ideal, but I think JTB is actually the top scorer in our team at the moment with, I believe, 8 or 9. I think he got his 8th against Chesterfield, so we'll see. It's an away game against Bradford. It would be lovely if we could come up with a victory, but a draw wouldn't be the end of the world as long as we played well. Oh, what a ball that is for Aaron Lewis. Can he find a cross this time? No, he can't. No, he can't. Richards. Ball that wide. Bridges is going to come flying out to try and close this gap down, but it's allowing spacing behind for Richards. Nobody's marking up. Richards is strike, and it's in the back of the net. Rodell Richards makes it 1-0 to Bradford City. It's been a woeful first half from both sides, but now we trail here at Valley Parade. Bridges gets pushed out here, but this ball over the top here should not really cost us as much as this. I don't know what Cameron John's doing there. I mean, Molden, it's not great goalkeeping either from Louis Molden. A trilogy of errors there in the play. 1-0 Bradford City. Damn it. Okay. Lewis with the long throw. I've turned our long throws back on again because apparently they've sort of fixed this kind of stuff. Magoma! Oh, okay. A chance there. This really has been a terrible first half. No one's really created anything of quality. We've just conceded that one goal. If Bridges this time doesn't... That's better. He's just stood off a little bit this time to allow one of the midfielders to get back and cover. Over the top. That should be easily mopped up by John Gray and Bruno Bridges. Nice. Here we go. Bit of a chance for us to stretch our legs a little bit. Till could knock this in behind, you know, if he fancies it. He does. JTB! Save by O'Donnell. The first real chance of the game for us there. Should maybe be level, but we aren't. Really poor first half. Just not a lot really happens. Rodell Richards' goal, all that really separates the sides. We need to think of some stuff, though. Well, we're going to mark down Rob Hall a little bit more in the second half. He seems to be the man that's causing a lot of the danger. Obviously, they've got the striker. But I think he's the man that's potentially their danger man in terms of creativity. Sometimes it's harder to identify. That's gone straight out of play. We need to find something. Okay, changes are needed. Che Tilt's been awful today. I might go for Jaden Anthony there instead. Bruno Bridges has also been awful, so we're going to go with Kake as our other change. And that's going to be a free kick. Brilliant. Moody Moo's about to get red carded, just to add insult to injury on the way we've played tonight, which is appalling, by the way. We're now down to 10 men. It's done. So what I'm going to make the change, though, we're going to bring on Jack Payne here and slip those two over like that. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. Make these two wing backs as well, just to try and push them a bit further forward. But I think this game's done. Great, okay. What are the defenders all doing here? Are they trying to play a high line or something? John, back into the box post. Shadipo! Oh my God, he's headed that over the bar. That could have been the equaliser. It should have been. We've got a long throwist on the pitch now. We're going to go very attacking for the final 5 minutes here. Payne with the long throw in. Flicked on! Oh, and O'Donnell can't keep it off the line either. The whole setup. Like, what is this? I don't understand why these players are standing in those positions. It's like they've completely changed the way long throws work again. Lewis smashes that over the bar. Oh my God. Nope, it's going to be a 1-0 win to Bradford City. I think that's a bit harsh on us still. Oh my God. They only had 2 shots in the entire game, but we let them have it. We didn't have enough shots on target, to be fair. But we probably were still valid for a draw in that match, but couldn't find it. Just weren't at our best tonight. I don't know what's going on with the throws now. Bit disappointing. We're going to have to move on against a much tougher opponent in the next match against Exeter City and see how well we do there. Looks so good against Chesterfield, but now back to another defeat. That's only 1 win in like 8 league matches. Not good. Right, guys, we're back on the day of the game against Exeter City. Colchester host Carlisle today. Shrewsbury are at home to Cambridge United, and we're playing 5th place Exeter, a team only 2 positions below us. We need to bounce back from the Bradford performance. I think we were still probably the better side, or certainly as good as them, but we're unfortunate to only to lose the game, basically. But there you go. You've got to take your chances. We just didn't create enough. Still created more than them, though. But I'm still pleased with the fact that we did limit them to very few chances in the game, and we just got a bit unfortunate. Hopefully today we can pull it back, but this is a tough old game. And we've got suspensions and injuries. Jack Payne's picked up an injury in training, so he's going to miss 3 weeks, and Moody Moo can't play either. So, I mean, that's a reasonable one. And we're not playing him. We're just not going to play him. Jaden Thompson-Brissett will start up top. Bruno Bridges, Lewis. Yeah, I'm still fairly content to go with that as the team, though. Booty into the midfield with Magoma. Belic comes back into the team. He doesn't have the fitness levels at the moment. Tilt and Shadipo, we need a good performance out of them. I don't know what's happened here. Why is this now massive? I don't get it. Yeah, what? You can't auto-size it. So it's just massive nonsense. Right, we're going to remove that column. Just put their average ratings in there or something, because that thing's completely messed up now. Anyway, so on the bench, Murphy, Feeney, Okoro, Thorpe, Kake, Jake Cope, really? No. And Simon Ford, yeah. Okay, so, Exeter, I think they do have a DLP. Yes, they do. And this guy, is that Josh Wheeler? Jason Wheeler. Oh, it's another bloody... And they've got a wide target man here in Jaden Stockley? Yeah. Okay. We're going to go for it today. We're at home. We need to come up with a win just to get the momentum going again. It feels like we're still sort of a bit iffy. We're 18th in the form standings. We've got to do better than this, you know? We have at least now had a full week's rest, so we've got a fresh team as well, which is really going to help us, I think. And now we've got Saturday games for the next sort of month and a half or so. So hopefully a few fresh leg kind of games can... Oh my god, seriously, already? And Duxbury isn't even on the bench, is he? Have we even got a substitution for Aaron Lewis? I mean, Kake. But is that really what we want? The perfect start. I can't keep Aaron Lewis on the team like that, on the pitch with that kind of situation. Here we go. Grays with the long... Oh, it takes it short. Okay, interesting. Kake. Booty. Saved by Ban... Oh, I thought they said Banton in goal there. Exeter have only had 1 shot so far. So, oh, wow. Oh, good save from Malden. Call into action. Pulls out the stop. Nice work. We just look totally devoid yet again. I'm starting to genuinely think again that whatever they've done has completely broken the way that we play. And that's a bit of a shame because we've won... If we were to not win this, that would be 1 win in 9 games all of a sudden from being where we were, which is a real shame. And the match engine just doesn't seem to... The highlights seem to be the same exact highlight over and over again. It's a bit strange. Let me guess. Oh, good save from Malden. Belic, right, we've got a chance for a breakaway here. JTB, look at the space out wide. Can he find the pass? He does. Shadipo. J Tilt, right, we've got a breakaway on. Come on, guys, pull it back across for someone. Oh, good chance. Going to get a Okoro on for Che Tilt. We've got no real options in the middle due to the injuries at the moment, so I might actually leave the others just for now. Kake's actually put in a really solid performance considering he's on his wrong foot. I'm going to go very attacking for the final 2 minutes of this game. I can't believe we're going to go another game and play so poorly. Just nothing happening, is there? All the highlights seem to be coming from the exact same scenarios now. Magoma, bringing the ball forward. Come on, one last shot. He's going to shoot from range, isn't he? Booty? Oh, no, it deflects. Okay, we've won ourselves a corner. Out wide for Stockley. It's got the overlap and they might well find it. Or we could harry them off the ball. I think they're just keeping the ball now to see out a 0-0 draw here, it looks like. Ball out wide for Stockley again. We have set to mark him and close him down, but nobody's really doing it at the moment. Right, Shadipo's won it. No, he's given away a free kick. Watch them score this because free kicks. Look at that. They keep getting these overloads at the back post and I don't really understand why. Like, how do we stop that? That seems to be where the problem lies. And that's the end of the match. Stockport 0, Exeter City 0. A woeful performance again. Like, we were still the better side and probably should have won, but we didn't. Didn't create anything, you know? That's 2 games now without even scoring a goal. It does feel like something massively has changed. We'll see what we're like in the off-camera games, but if we continue like this, then this is going to be a really hard slog to the end of the season just to get through this and try to figure out what to do next. Player of the match for John Gray, which is at least something. We're still not conceding many chances and shots, at least there is that, but the attacking side of the game just seems to have disappeared now, which is a real shame. Kind of like the start of the season, actually, but we were still winning games then. Anyway, let's move on. I think perhaps we do a nice little chunk again. I mean, that could be dreadful for us if we were to go on another one of these runs that we're still on. Like, we've won 1 game since, like, November. It's a really strange run. The 3-0 win, I thought, oh, we're looking much better now. And it's just sort of fallen away again. But we're going to do Oldham in the next episode. So off camera, we've got Swindon, Morecambe, winnable games. Carlisle are... No, they're not good anymore, apparently. Cheltenham, they're okay. Yeah, like, reasonable games that we should be taking a fair amount of points from. Coming up soon, and we want to be taking... We've got 5 games off camera. I want to take at least 11, 12 points from that sort of set to really keep us in the hunt, because we're down to 4th now, and it's not looking like it's going any other way but down at the moment, but we will try and find some way to figure out what's going on. Maybe it's still a blip, but, you know, we've got the rest of the season to try and figure out what's gone wrong. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, despite the lack of scoring any goals at all this time, then drop a like on the video. That would be awesome, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos. in your inbox every single day at 6 o'clock. And I'll join you guys in the next episode where hopefully we can bring you some good news against Oldham Athletic and some of those off-camera games. Hopefully we're still within touching distance. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we weren't even in the playoffs coming into that game, to be honest, if things carry on like this. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.